What's up, boy? Triple, quadruple. It's good. It's in the flesh. Yes, sir. Yeah. So much to tell you, man. Welcome home.
Everybody just they rush, they go America to snap with Diddy that year. But you know, after Burna post his picture with Diddy, the next year I've been at the same particular year, Burna won Grammy. You understand me? All I they do since na chiche. So I just they wonder, Burna Boy, this video, I they ask you question. Don't get offended. Now question I they ask. How many oil did he drop for your nyash before them give you that trophy? Burna, how many oil them rob for your nyash before?
Diddy Trials is underway, and as expected, several names have been named in the court, from Michael B. Jordan to Kid Cudi, and now Burna Boy's name just got dragged into the Diddy mess, only this time in a way nobody saw coming. Word is, he might be called into the trial. Reports say he might be someone who experienced the same things others are accusing Diddy of. And the twist? Burna might have been blackmailed. It all kicked off with one viral still, just one image, but it shook the timeline. The photo looked like it came from a very compromising clip allegedly involving Diddy and Burna Boy. It swept across Twitter like wildfire, and before anyone could verify whether it was real or not, the speculations kicked in full force. Users began to claim that Burna Boy may have bent over for Diddy, metaphorically and maybe literally, all in the name of getting a Grammy. Now, I want to let y'all know again, there is no way of knowing if this is actually an edit or an actual leak, so take it at your own discretion. I am just reporting on what is happening and being talked about on the internet. So as soon as this picture went viral, it was enough to push people into pulling receipts. Suddenly, every single interaction between Burna and Diddy got dragged into the light. The studio photos, the billboard moments, that warm post-Coachella embrace, it was all getting
What's up, boy? Triple, quadruple. It's good. It's in the flesh.
And people weren't just guessing. They were connecting dots based on Diddy's history, past accusations, and statements made by other artists like Lil Rod, who provided actual receipts that Diddy used younger artists in return for a career. In Lil Rod's lawsuit, he claimed Diddy played mind games, used his love for Stevie J against him, and promised him everything from fame to a Grammy if he played along. He even named Meek Mill and Usher as someone who went through with this. That's where things hit different. Fans started seeing that same type of setup when it came to Burna. Diddy allegedly told Rod he'd make sure he won Producer of the Year if he gave in to some bedroom demands. So now the street's asking what really went down for Burna to walk off with that Grammy. When folks started digging deeper, they remembered Diddy executive produced Burna's Twice as Tall album, the one that actually won the Grammy. During the pandemic, they got real close. Diddy was showing love online, calling him his brother, saying they were bonding through music and pain from Kim Porter's passing. Back then, it looked like brotherhood, but now, with all these new accusations, people flipping those same posts and reading them way different. And then came Speed Darlington, another Nigerian artist who didn't help Burna's case. He stepped in loud. He joked about Burna having to do some wild stuff, using baby oil and dropping it low just to earn that Grammy.
Everybody just they rush, they go America to snap with Diddy that year. But you know, after Burna post his picture with Diddy, the next year I've been at the same particular year, Burna won Grammy. You understand me? All I they do since na chiche. So I just they wonder, Burna Boy, this video, I they ask you question. Don't get offended. Now question I they ask. How many oil did he drop for your nyash before them give you that trophy? Burna, how many oil them rob for your nyash before?
At first, folks thought he was trolling, but after lining it up with what Diddy allegedly said during their fallout in 2023, it started sounding different. By February that year, talk started spreading that Burna and Diddy weren't cool anymore. Then, an alleged IG post from Diddy surfaced saying, "I helped you win your first and only Grammy Award, which I did out of kindness, and somehow you thought you could win another without my help." If that post was real, and many swear it is, then it's damning. It paints the picture of a transactional relationship, and one that might not have been entirely voluntary on Burna's end. People didn't stop there though. They started pulling up old clips trying to read Burna's body language from back in the day. That one video after Coachella where Burna jumps out of the cart just to go hug Diddy. Now they say it felt too extra, too excited. Every handshake, every hug, people looking at all of it sideways now. Even lyrics from Burna's songs are being twisted to match the allegations. One user pulled up a line Burna once said, "If them want of you for Nyash, make you no lie down." Now they saying, yo, maybe that bar wasn't a metaphor. Maybe it was real talk. And let's be real, Diddy's track record isn't helping his case, because Burna ain't the first name being thrown around. Meek Mill, The Game, French Montana, and even others behind the scenes have been helped by Diddy. The Game especially, he been hinting for years. Back in a 2011 Vlad TV interview, he spoke on how weird it felt being around certain rappers hiding their sexuality. He ain't dropped names then.
Gays in the entertainment business.
Yeah, they're around.
They're around.
And
would you really be surprised that there would already be an established gay rapper who's in the closet? Considering how many gay people there are in entertainment.
Oh no, I think that there are several rappers that are in the closet and gay. And see, those are the type of gay people the only type of gay people I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with gay people. Gay people are, Beyonce should have said, "Who run the world? Gays." Because they everywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so speaking, man. Do you. It's a free country. Be gay. You can, do that. Game don't have a problem with gay people. Game has a problem with people that are pretending not to be gay, but that are gay. Because the number one issue with that is that you can be fooling somebody and you can give them AIDS and they can die.
But more recently, he let more slip. He admitted Diddy wined and dined him for 2 years straight, just partying. But people now think there was more going on. Game also said Diddy was interested in signing him, but that never really happened. Instead, they just kept kicking it.
Wasn't Puffy interested in working with you also?
Yeah, Puff. I was running around with Puff for a minute, but we was just partying, man. Puff liked to party. So that's basically all we did. I think the few times I was running around with D-Mac and Puff, we just did a bunch of partying. We might have went to the studio once or twice, but I didn't get to record nothing. I was just,
Diddy might have allegedly tried to flip Game too. When it ain't work, he backed off. Now the same pattern got folks talking about Burna. And now there's talk of some alleged leaked audio. While no one's posted it yet, rumors say it's a private recording of a very compromising situation between Diddy and Burna. Nobody's confirmed it, but the whispers alone have been enough to keep Burna's name trending. And yet Burna hasn't said a word. No statement, no denial, just straight up radio silence. And to some, that silence speaks louder than words. Some users are actually defending Burna, saying this is all just internet speculation spiraling out of control, that there's no proof, no confirmation, just a lot of pieced together tweets and blurry images. But even those people are saying the same thing. Why won't he clear the air? Then again, maybe he can't. Maybe he signed something. Maybe he's scared of what else could be leaked. Or maybe the story is way messier than we even realize. One user even commented, people need to start understanding that you don't go from a nobody to being a major online presence overnight without getting through these gatekeepers. The message, where there's smoke, there's fire, and people are bracing for more smoke, because if Burna actually gets called to testify and has to speak under oath, everything could shift, not just for Diddy, for the whole industry. That's why this is such a big deal, because if an international artist like Burna Boy, someone not based in the US, is part of this, then Diddy's alleged behavior isn't limited to just American artists. It shows a global pattern of exploitation. It shows reach, influence, manipulation on a whole different scale. And if blackmail is part of that, it changes everything, because it's one thing if somebody enters a relationship by choice, but when awards, recognition, and career opportunities get tied to private coercion, that ain't no relationship. That's power being used like a weapon, and that's exactly the kind of thing Diddy is on trial for now. So yeah, Burna might be quiet now, but if the court calls him in, he ain't gonna be able to stay silent for long. That truth is coming, one way or another. One user said, well, Diddy did promise Lil Rod a Grammy if if he let him get the cheeks. Lil Rod did win that Grammy, so you never know. While another said, that has been going on for years. Diddy is not the only one. Where do you stand on all this? Is there some truth in this, or is the net just running wild again? Sound off in the comments. And if you're here for unfiltered stories and untangled drama, don't just scroll, stick around and check out the next video waiting for you.